Good day, viewers. You are very welcome back to Tindanious Maths and Science tutorials. In fact, I'm very delighted to see you once again. In today's tutorials, we are going to consider limits of functions. Limits of functions. So I've created a playlist under functions. So we have even functions, odd functions, transformation of functions, and what have you. Everything is well explained. So if you want to visit all my tutorials on functions, just search for Tindanious Maths and Science tutorials and go to playlist, click on functions, and everything is there. So we have limits of functions. Now let's look out for the idea or the concept behind function. Remember, so far as maths and science, that's Tindanious Maths and Science YouTube channel is concerned, we are not going to do any chew and pour. We are not going to memorize, but we need to really appreciate the concept. So the idea of limits of functions simply tells us the intuitive idea of limits. So intuitively, what I have, lim, as x approaches a certain value, let's call the value a of a given function f of x, this is equal to L. What does it mean? So intuitively, I have intuitively, as x draws closer and closer to A, so as x gets closer and closer to A, this function also gets closer and closer to L. F of x also gets closer and closer to L. So let's look out for the geometric definition for what I've written over here. So for example, when I have my xy plane this way, this is my x-axis, and this is my y-axis. Let f of x be my vertical axis, So I have 0 here. So now, class, when I substitute x, that's x approaching a, if I put a into this function, I'll simply get what? F of a. That's what it means. Provided you have a smooth continuous curve. So I have a smooth continuous curve and you put this into this, you get what? F of a. So let me take any curve at all, any smooth curve. So I have something like this, Then I trace this to touch this, this way. Then this here. So this is my x. So this side represents any value of what? Of x. So let me call this a. Do you get it that way? So this is a. So this can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you get it that way? So as x approaches a. Alright, so this refers to what? Values of x, along the x-axis. And as you are drawing closer to x, when I trace this point to touch here, the intersection, and I also trace this to touch the vertical axis, I will get what? L. So that is the meaning of what? Of this. So intuitively, this is what it means, and when you graph it or the geometric definition, you get it. You get something like this. So just draw a straight line, to touch the curve. Then you extend the curve towards what? You extend the curve to touch the horizontal axis. So the line of intersection, okay, on the curve, that will be what? Your L. So far as the vertical axis is concerned, and on the horizontal axis, you get what? You get A. So now, to throw more light on this, you can approach or you can get closer to A from this side. And you can also approach the value of A from where? From this side. As I say, what? As x what approaches A. So as what this x what approaches A, either from the left hand side or what? Or the right hand side. So I have it this way. So I can say I have A then minus delta. And I approach it from this side, I have A plus what? Plus delta. Delta simply means a significant change, okay, a small increment, okay. But for now, you know, we are now beginning, okay. So for now, just note that this represents what? A significant change. In other books, you see A to B. So you have A, then this is the delta, okay. You will understand this when we enter or when we go what? Deep, all right, okay. So this is just the concept or the whole idea of limits. So as you continue, to draw closer and more closer to A, eventually you also what? Get closer to L in that regard. Let's consider some rules of limits of functions. So the rules here. So I have rules of limits. So let C represent a constant. Okay, so provided let's say I have my f of x and my g of x existing, okay, provided f of x and g of x exist. So I can say that rule number one. So if I have lim as x approaches, let's say a of a constant, okay. So lim of a constant is always what? Is always a constant. Take note of this. All right. That is rule number one. Two, if I have lim as x approaches a of, then I have f of x over here, then plus f, then I have g of x over here. This is the same as, what I'll do is I'll spread the limit, okay. This limit affects the f of x, and this limit also affects what? The g of x. So I have what? Lim as x approaches a of this function, which is what? My f of x. Then plus, then this limit also affects this. So I have lim as x approaches a of what? Of j of what? Of x. As simple as that. So if I have another expression this way, lim as x approaches a of f of x, then plus j of x this way. Sorry, there is minus. This is the same as, okay, you just what? Partition them. So I have what? Lim as x approaches a of what? Of f of x, then minus what? Of lim as x approaches a of what? Of my g of x. As simple as that. Moreover, if I have lim as x approaches a of, then I have f of x this way, then times, that's j of x this way, okay. This is the same as lim as what? As x approaches a, then of what? F of x, then times lim as x approaches a, then of what? Of g of x. Before I proceed, if I have this lim of x, lim as x approaches a of f of x, which is equal to, let's say, L, okay? Now, this is the same as, if I put, let's say, x approaches a, alright? So that means, wherever I see x, what do I put there? I'll put what? I'll put a here. So this is the same as lim, this is the same as f of what? Of a, as simple as that. So you just put what? Wherever you see x, you put a there. So f of x turns into what? F of a. So having done this, I can therefore say that this is the same as, wherever I say lim of f of x as x approaches a, is the same as what? That's f of what? Of a. Then times what? G of what? Of a. From this concept. Because if I have lim of f of x as x approaches a, when you put a here, you get what? F of a without the limit. So that's what I've just done. You just put what? A over here, you get what? F of a. You put what? A over here, you get what? G of a. As simple as that. So if you have, okay, for want of space, let me consider the other side. Okay, so I have two more rules, okay? So let's say by deduction, like I say by deduction. So by deduction, I can say that when I have a lim of f of x this way, as x approaches a this way, then all raised to an exponent of the f of x raised to an exponent of, let's say, n. N is just what? The power, okay? This is the same as me allowing what? The exponent to what? To cover the whole function this way. Okay, so this is the same as I have lim as x approaches a, then of the whole function this way. N. Okay, so this affects everything. So this is the same as this. You know that lim of f of x as x approaches a is the same as what? The same as f of what? Of a. Remember, when I put this into this, I get f of a, then all raised to an exponent of what? Of n. As simple as that. So I have 6. And the seventh one, when I have lim as, I have n here, then I have f of x as x approaches a. This is the same as lim as f, that's lim of f of x this way, as x approaches a. So this is the same as this. When I put a into this function, I'll simply get what? F of what? Of a. As simple as that. Viewers, I will conclude here, and when we meet in the subsequent lecture videos, we are going to see the application of all these rules. What are the importance of these rules? We are going to see the significance when I proceed. Stay safe, stay updated. Always try and click on what? On the bell button. Thank you. Bye.